Hello everybody, this is Mrs. LaGrue. This is a video where I will be teaching you how to simplify radicals. Now if you're looking at the screen, you'll notice that we have the first problem as square root of 18. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to simplify the radical by using factor trees, which means that I'm going to take the number that's inside of the radical and I'm going to break it down, okay, to its prime factors, the numbers that multiply to give you 18. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by multiplying 9 times 2, and then I'm going to continue breaking down the number 9 because it isn't a prime number, to its prime factors, which would be 3 times 3. Now, if we multiply 3 times 2, it would give us a total of 18. Now, for the purposes of simplifying radicals, I'm going to go ahead and circle the numbers 3 times 3, and the reason why I'm circling them is because they are the same number being multiplied times itself. It creates what we call a perfect square, which equals 9. 3 times 3 is the same number being multiplied to give you the value of 9. In this case, what we're going to do with it is it allows us to take it out of the radical and bring it to the outside, but we only take it out once. We don't bring out both numbers, just one of the numbers. And then the other number, which is this number 2, that happens to stay on the inside of the radical. Okay, so we're going to put the number 2 on the inside of the radical. Now, our final result ends up being 3 square root of 2. What this means is that the square root of 18 is equal to 3 square root of 2, and this is its simplest radical form. Okay, we've actually simplified the radical to smaller numbers. Let's go ahead and try another problem. Here we have the square root of 68. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the number 68 over here and we're going to break it down. We're going to start dividing by the number 2. If we divide 68 by 2, we get 34. We can continue breaking down the 34 by dividing by 2, and that's going to give us 2 times 17. We're going to go ahead and stop here because the number 17 is a prime number. And we're going to notice that we have two numbers that are repeating. We have a pair here, the number 2, and this number 2 allows us to take out one of them outside of the radical. So we're going to put a 2 outside. We're going to write our square root. And then this number 17, which is staying there, is going to go ahead and go on the inside of the radical. Okay? And we go ahead and stop there. If we broke down 17, we could only break it down to 1 times 17. So that lets us know that, you know what, we're done. We've simplified, and our final answer is 2 square root of 17. This is its simplest radical form. Okay, let's try another. Here we have the square root of 60. So I'm going to start by breaking down 60. It's a number that ends with 0, so it can be divided by 10. 10 times 6. We can break down the 10 by multiplying 2 times 5 and breaking down the 6 as 2 times 3. Notice here we notice that there are 2 2's, which means that we can actually take out a 2 outside of the radical. And then we have this 5 and this 3. And we know that the number 5 and the number 3 are both prime, which means that we're going to leave them. But we're not just going to put the numbers 5 and 3 in the square root. We're going to multiply them together back again, and which gives us 15, and we're going to put it inside the radical. So our final answer will be 2 square root of 15 as the simplest radical form. Okay,